Happy New Year! Welcome back once more to a brand new video. Today let's talk about the future, specifically 2022. So yeah, the near future. You got it. Time to go over and speculate on what Nintendo will release and then eventually screw up in 2022. Also, I'd like to apologize for December and especially Christmas itself slowing down the release schedule for my videos. I'm grateful for anyone that still watches this. Beginning the year with Pokemon Legends Arceus, I'm worried Nintendo is creating a lot of drama for themselves, seeing as the latest trailer left some fans divided. Mainly this was based upon the graphics again. I'm beginning to see a pattern with these reactions to Pokemon game trailers, though I guess this time the hate mainly seems to be based around the textures of the game. And if you couldn't tell, I'm not too invested in this case if I'm being honest. The most I can say is that the resolution of the textures themselves might be a bit iffy at some spots. On the one side, there's the people that genuinely are excited for the game, defending the Pokemon company on every front. Spoilers, you shouldn't do that. Check my video on the state of Pokemon to see why. Then we have the haters that, well, no surprise, just hate about everything about the game for not living up to the $60 price tag. Then we have a third type of people, the ones excited and hopeful that the game will be good, even with the flaws. I'm in that last category. I'm not betting on it, but there's a high chance 2022 is gonna begin with more drama for Nintendo. Oof. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is set to launch in spring. This game seems to have only hype thrown its way, and that's fantastic, bro. The Forgotten Land isn't really what I or anyone else would think of when it comes to Kirby worlds, but it sure does fit looking at that trailer. I'm sure the story won't be anything to write home about, and that's fine given that the Kirby games are mainly about gameplay first. Either way, this is a big hitter for sure. Now, in between this and the next game, what would you say to a new 3D Donkey Kong game being announced? I know sure as hell I would explode with happiness. Given that there's been rumors all over 2021 about a supposed new 3D Donkey Kong game in the works by the Mario Odyssey devs, I think it would be at least shown off in 2022. It's an unpopular opinion that I have of what this game should be. That is, I want it to be very similar to the one reference game, Donkey Kong 64. Not to say I found DK64 perfect in any way, but it was extremely fun. First off, it needs large worlds. Multiple characters would be nice as well, and a decent little story would suffice. Of course, one of the biggest criticisms the original game has is that the backtracking is a lot to deal with. Specifically having to switch Kongs at the tag barrel at the specified spots. All to run back and forth in the same long corridors for one item or bananas for a specified Kong. I think the problem isn't the world design or the item layout even. Just give the option to change character on the fly or get rid of the Kong specific items and the biggest issue would be solved. DK64 otherwise featured amazing graphics at the time, large worlds, amazing music and one badass Kong. Oh, by the way, those minigames can go sit in a corner. Those got boring way too quickly. Expect a future video on my extended thoughts on a new 3D Donkey Kong in the future. Splatoon 3 should come out in 2022 and I'm really not sure what to expect. Continuing the ongoing story of the Inkling world is one thing, but as far as the gameplay we've seen, it's mostly the same. Like, of course, new weapons, features and maps are here, but mainly this is expanding upon what already worked before. And hey, that's absolutely fine and no need to do something completely weird and new with every new game, like some others have suffered from. Star Fox. Considering Splatoon 2 sold really well, it's no surprise this should be a big hit too. Though I suspect it might not sell as well as 2 did, mainly because of the similarity between them, but hey, who knows. Xenoblade 3 might be showing up, like super might. Monolith Soft, the studio behind the Xenoblade franchise, has been expanding like crazy throughout 2021, so hey, whatever happens, just don't get your hopes up too high. Continuing on, some have speculated that following the N64 and Mega Drive or Genesis expansion to NSO, we might be in for Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy games. Or, you know, maybe one of those at least. Which, yeah, they definitely should increase the amount of game releases from one N64 game per month to batches of 5 at least. Adding the Game Boy library fits well and really should just be a normal membership add-on. And this is also when I think Nintendo should release the old Pokemon games again. I mean, they did release Gen 1 and 2 on the 3DS, but that's it. Never since has any Pokemon game from an older system been re-released on newer hardware. So that's why if GBA Games happen, for instance, they should release Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald along with it to hook people. Before anyone says something about the remakes, I'm pretty sure Nintendo, Game Freak and the Pokemon Company ain't making a lot of money from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire these days. Some have speculated this could also be the release of the legendary Mother 3 for the global market. That would be amazing and actually plausible, seeing as Star Fox 2, another game lost to time, got released officially with the SNES Mini. But will this happen? I don't know, man. Probably not, but let's not be too negative. Seeing as Nintendo always makes questionable decisions, it wouldn't be surprising seeing them ignore another golden opportunity. Oh, and Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hopes comes out this year, so yay! No, but for real, that release should come and go smoothly. It's really nothing special, as bad as that sounds. Hey, the first game sold way better than a certain other Ubisoft game that collaborated with a Nintendo property. Either way, finishing the year, I'm pretty sure Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is planned to be released. Of course, things can go wrong and such to delay the game, but again, I think it will come out around late November or mid-December. I've given my thoughts on the game and what I'd improve on it in this video right here. Do consider watching that after watching this. Also, while you're at it, consider liking this video and commenting on what you expect to happen in 2022 for Nintendo. Subscribe even if you want to stay up to date with my videos. Oh, almost forgot, Metroid Prime 4 won't be released this year, seeing as Retro Studios are still hiring roles for this game's development. But what I do believe will happen this year is a look at the game. Be that a screenshot or extended trailer, but it most likely will appear at some point. Remember to share your hopes and expectations for 2022 in the comments. Thanks for watching the first video of the year. Have a good one.